Hello everyone, and welcome you all to another chapter of photo editing with Photoshop, Illustrator, Canva and Lightroom tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 4, where I'll be showing you guys about skin retouching in Photoshop. So how you will be able to make skin retouching. You will be able to change the color of the skin. Okay, you will be able to give it some nice shades and all. We'll be learning about all of it here in this particular chapter. So let's not waste time and let's get started. So over here, as you guys can see, now I'm here in the home page of the Photoshop. So the first thing what you're going to do is come here into the open option, and from here select the file in which you want to work with. Okay, so I will come here and I will just open this particular image up. Okay, so here you guys can see I do have one image. So the first thing what I need to do is I will just unlock this particular thing. Let's double click over here, and now let's name this as main. Okay, so I will name this one as main over here. And now I am going to duplicate this particular same layer. Okay, so if I want to do it from here, I can just click on Ctrl J. And over here, you guys can see now I do have a copy of this one. So I will create another one. But now from here, I will just drag it right over here and it will create me another copy of this particular layer. So now over here, what I'll do is I will just select this first one and I will name this one as LF. Okay, so which is low frequency. So again, I will come here, I will select this top part from here, and now if I want to invert this particular image, I can click on Ctrl I from here. Otherwise, what I can do is I will just go to image, and from image I will go to adjustments, and from adjustments I will just click onto the invert option. Okay, so over here, as you guys can see, my picture over here has been inverted. And now let's go here onto the filter and let's go to blur, and from blur what I'll do is I will just click on Gaussian blur, and over here I need to make sure that my radius or the pixels over here is around 15 to 20, and it totally depends up to the image which you're using. So let's give 18 over here. Okay, let's check up the preview. Okay, so I will come here and I can just move it on with the slider as well. Okay, so I will come here and let's just give it somewhat around 16 or 18 right over here. And now I will just click on OK. So as you guys can see, now I do have this particular image. So before going to the next one, what I need to do over here is I need to come here and I need to desaturate this particular image. Okay, so for that, again, what I need to do is I need to come here on the filter option. So now instead of going here into the filters, I will come here into the image option, and from here let's go to adjustments, and from adjustment I will go to this hue and saturation. Okay, and the shortcut key for that is Ctrl plus U or Command plus U on our keyboard. Okay, so let's come here, and from here you will have a page quite like this, and now make sure to decrease the saturation to -100. Okay, so you can come here, you can just decrease the saturation quite over here, and now let's click on OK. And now over here I will come here on top, and from here I will take this vivid light option. Okay, so I will just select this particular vivid light, and this is how it basically looks, this particular top layer. Okay, so this was the layer and this is the layer which is there on top. So now over here, as I have actually put on the hue and saturation over here, what I can again do is after combining both of this or merging both of this layer, I will be able to do that. Okay, so to get to its normal setting, what I will do is I will come here first, and now I will just go to this hue and saturation. Okay, so let's come here, let's go to image, let's go to adjustments, and from here let's go to hue and saturation. So now I will just keep it quite like this, and I'll just click on OK right over here, and now I will just select both of these layers, and now I will just right click. Okay, and if you do want to merge this layer, you guys can come here and you guys can basically merge both of this layer. from here. Okay, so let's come here and let's just select this particular part. And over here, you guys can see there are a lot of options. So you guys can come here, and over here you guys can see the merge layers option. And now I do have merged this particular layer. Now again, I will come here and let's go to image, let's go to adjustment, and now I will be able to put on some hue and saturation. Let's go to adjustment, let's click on hue and saturation. Okay, so I will just come here and I'll just fix this thing up. Let's go to edit. Let's go to my preferences, and from here I will go to scratch disk, and now I will just select any of these other files. So I will come here and let's just select this one as well, and I will just click on OK right over here. So now let's go back again here in the adjustments. Let's go to the hue and saturation. And from here, I will just decrease the saturation and I will just click on OK right over here. So now I will just invert this particular layer using Control and I. So I will just click on Control I, and over here you guys can see now I will come here. And now I will just go back with normal. So I will come here into the normal, and this is how it looks right now. Okay, so we'll change this one more. So now again from here, I will change this one from normal to overlay. Okay, so let's come here and let's select this overlay option. And here you guys can see the natural color a little bit. Okay, so over here you guys can see I want to smoothen all of this part over here, but not all of it. Okay, so I want to also keep the natural texture of the skin over here. So for that, again, I will come here, I will go to filter, and from filter, I'll go to blur, and let's go to the Gaussian blur. And now from here, what I'll do is I will come here and I will just take till I get the texture. Okay, so I will come here and I will try to get the texture of the whole skin. Okay, so I will come here and I'll try to smoothen this up. So I will come here and let's say I will just give it around 44. Okay, so I will just give it around 44 and let's click on OK right over here. And you guys can see now I do have this particular skin quite smoothened up. Okay, so now again for that I will come here and now I will just take, or I will use a mask first. Okay, so I want to do the masking over here. So I will come here and let's say I will just add up a layer mask. Okay, so if your layer mask over here is basically white, you will be able to see all the white parts over here. Okay, and if your layer mask is basically black, okay, so which I will do, you will be able to see all the black parts, and the white parts you will be able to erase a little bit over here. So from here, again, what I'll do is I will come here, I will select this particular layer mask and I will click on Control I. So now over here, what I'll do is I will come here, I will just increase the size of my brush from here. Okay, so I will increase the size of my brush and let's now click right over here and let's smoothen this image up. Okay, so you guys can come here and just smoothen this up over here, this particular part over here in the forehead area as well. Okay, so you guys can see over here in my mask, you guys can see I am just masking over this particular thing. So I will come here and I will just mask this thing up quite like this. And yeah, this one basically looks good. So over here again, if you want to work on with the detail, you guys can again come here. Let's take a duplicate of this one again. Let's come here and let's try to merge both of this. Let's click on Control. Let's right click. And from here, you guys can basically merge layers. Okay, so you guys can basically merge layers. And if you want to duplicate, let's click on Control J and Control J again. And you guys can actually create the same way. Okay, so come right over here, and the same way what you guys can do is come here, select this one, and now again you guys can basically change the overlay from normal, and now you guys can just use up a vivid light. Okay, you guys can use up a vivid light. Otherwise, if you want to use a soft light, you guys can come here and I will just use this particular overlay. And now again, I will come here and from here, I will just go to filter. And if you want to put up any Gaussian blur, you guys can see I do have actually put up a Gaussian blur over here. So now I'll go to filter, again blur, let's go to Gaussian blur, and from here you guys can actually set the tone. Okay, so you guys can come here, set the tone basically from here. Now just click on OK. And now if you want to mask this thing, you guys can basically mask this thing over here as well. Now if you do want to merge both of this, come here, let's click on Control. Okay, so now let's click on merge layers. So over here, I have just merged this particular layer again. And from here, basically, you guys will be able to select this particular pink line option. Okay, so let's come right over here. This is how it looks. This is how it used to look. So I will come here again. I will just add up a layer mask over here, and I will just invert this particular layer mask. And what I'll do is I will come here and I will just clean this particular area. Okay, so I can just drag this one down, and I can just make this area quite more visible. So you guys can come here and you guys can basically see the changes over here in my picture. So you guys can come here and you guys can basically select the whole face out, and you guys can just work over here. Okay, so you guys come here and let's just come to this particular place, and over here I will try to do it slowly. Okay, so I will just take my time over here to do this thing up as I cover the whole face around. Okay, so I will come here and now I will just click here on the edges as well. Okay, so I will come here and over here in this particular part as well, I will just finish this edges. So I will come here and now this is how it used to look, and you guys can see the basic glow up over here in this particular image. So yeah, I hope you guys have understood this class, and if you want to smoothen it up, you guys can come here and you guys can basically smoothen it up as well. Okay, so if you want to smoothen up the whole image, you guys can come here and let's say if you just put it too much, okay, so this is how it will not look that great, but keep here somewhere in the 50s. Okay, so I will come here and I will try to keep it somewhere here in the 50s. So now over here, if I do want to save this particular image out, okay, so what I can do is I will come here into the file option, and from file, let's go to export. Okay, so now I will export it using the export as option. So I will come here, I will click on the export as, and over here you will be able to select in what format do you want to save up this particular image. Okay, so you guys can come here, you guys can select, do you want a PNG or you want a JPG or a GIF file. Okay, so you guys can come here, select that one, and also you will be able to select the width and the height of the image. Okay, and how much you want to scale it, what way is going to be the canvas size. And over here, once you are satisfied with each and everything, you guys can come here and you guys can click onto this export option. So let's come over here, let's go to desktop, let's come here, let's go to my resource file, and from here let's name it as face retouching. Okay, so I will come here and I will just type face retouching. Okay, so come here, let's type retouching. And now I will just save up this particular file. Okay, so I have just saved up this particular file. It is basically getting saved right over here. Okay, so I will just wait for it to get saved, and my file over there has been saved. So that one I have just downloaded a PNG of which I did. But here, if you want to save this particular work file, what you need to do is you need to come here into the file option. And from file, let's go here at save as option. Okay. And here the shortcut key is Shift plus Control plus S from your keyboard. Otherwise, if you're using a Mac, it's Option plus Command plus S from your keyboard as well. So I will just click here on the save as option. And now let's go to the desktop. And from here, now let's change this one to large icons. Let's come here. Let's go to this particular file. Let's change this one to this particular icon. And now I will just save this one as face retouching. Okay, so I will just come here. I will save this one as face retouching. But over here, I need to make sure that the file type is the Photoshop file, okay, which is the PSD, PDD or the PSDT file. Okay, so I will just come here. I will just save this one up, and this type of pop-up window will appear on your screen. Make sure to click on OK right from here, and your PSD file has also been exported. Like if you do want to make any changes later, okay, you do have that particular file, so you guys can just delete up a particular layer, then add up a new or modify the other one. Okay, you guys can do all of it over here. So in that case, you don't have to do all of the things or all of the effects. You don't have to put again all together. So yeah, I hope to see you all in the next chapter, where we'll be learning more about Photoshop and in other type of effects or different kind of color grading options. So see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye everyone.